Here's your wrestling news for August 7th, 2021. And your headlines for today include 13 WWE wrestlers are released. WWE's reason for mass releases are revealed. WWE's booking of Finn Balor's Universal title pursuit, its implications, and more. What happened with John Cena after WWE Smackdown went off air? WWE imposes major restrictions on wrestling fans in the arena. Are fans emotionally invested in Rollins' Edge match at SummerSlam? What is Keith Lee doing on WWE Smackdown last night? Tony Khan denies making contract offer to Adam Cole. Cole was asked to meet Vince McMahon right away, and more. We are kicking off today with NXT as even more names have sadly been released from the Gold brand. Yesterday, WWE opted to cut Bronson Reed, Bobby Fish, Mercedes Martinez, Leon Ruff, Tyler Rust, Jake Atlas, Asher Hale, Giant Zangier, Zechariah Smith, Kona Reeves, Ari Sterling, Desmond Troy, and referee Stephon Smith. Reed, a former North American champion, was working dark matches prior to main roster tapings recently, as it seemed he was poised for a call-up very soon. Bobby Fish was also a surprising cut, as he's been a fixture of NXT as part of the Undisputed Era, but the company clearly had no plans for him as a singles star. Fish had only recently had a match, losing to his former partner and Diamond Mine member Roderick Strong, and with Rust gone, that leaves Strong the lone active member of the faction. NXT contracts typically have a 30-day non-compete clause, meaning it'll be September 6th, just after All Elite Wrestling's All Out pay-per-view, that this crop of releases will be able to compete elsewhere. In a post-release statement, Reed said that the monster is back on the loose and tagged several other promotions, namely AEW, Impact, Ring of Honor, and New Japan. Ari Sterling has also commented, saying that his pre-WWE name Alex Zane is greater than Sterling, indicating that he'll be using this name once more. In his own statement, Desmond Troy said it was about time he got some adversity, and the former NCAA wrestler thanked Triple H and NXT for the opportunity to perform. It's never good to lose your job, and we doubt this will be the last major release by WWE this year, as the company continues to thin down its roster this week at the expense of 13 performers. NXT will have to go without over a dozen names on its roster, but that won't be the end of changes to the Black and Gold brand. According to PW Insider, there's been a lot of backstage talks about repackaging the NXT brand, and a total overhaul will be happening. They report, "There's been lots of talk internally of major changes for the NXT brand, including a new logo, new lighting, a focus on younger talents, and a different format to the TV shows. This house cleaning tonight appears to be a part of those changes." Typically, WWE has been releasing talent in the name of budget cuts, but it seems these releases were more to do with changing NXT as a whole than saving money. Though some of the names released are older than the typical NXT superstar, with both Fish and Martinez nearing 40, many superstars, such as the 32-year-old Reed and 26-year-old Atlas, were still in their primes. Whatever WWE has planned for NXT in the future evidently doesn't include the 13 names released this week, and we'll have to see what major changes make it to TV as part of the repackaged NXT. Now at SummerSlam 2021, John Cena will look to become a 17-time WWE World Champion when he faces Universal Champion Roman Reigns, so it's a bit odd that Finn Balor's Universal title pursuit feels far more interesting. For one, Balor just returned from a successful 2-year stint in NXT, which completely refreshed his character, and immediately upon his return, he challenged Reigns for a Universal title match that the Tribal Chief accepted. Before their match was confirmed, last week's contract signing was invaded by Baron Corbin, who hoped for a big money payday by facing Reigns at SummerSlam instead, but it was ultimately Cena who signed, making his match with Reigns official. Defeating Corbin this week, Balor said how the Finn from 2 years ago would have been smiling, but he isn't that way anymore, and added that he'll go through Cena, a man he's beaten before, to get a Universal title shot, teasing a rematch from 2019. This new edge to Balor's character caught the attention of Roman Reigns, saying he understood the Irishman's frustrations, but warned him to keep the head of the table's name out of his mouth. Jumped by the Usos, the 3-on-1 disadvantage was too much for Balor, as SmackDown ended with Finn being choked out with the guillotine. It seems that Balor vs. Cena could be happening as soon as next week's SmackDown, but WWE have booked themselves into a corner. If Cena wins, Balor's 2 years of momentum will be lost, while a Balor victory, something that WWE won't let happen in John's first televised match in a long time, would mean that the crowd won't be as invested in the Cena-Reigns SummerSlam match. With just 2 Smackdowns left before SummerSlam, time will tell whether these two contenders face off before the biggest party of the summer, and who will ultimately face the Tribal Chief at the pay-per-view. SummerSlam, like all pay-per-views, has a card that's subject to change, and that's something Balor is counting on happening before August 21st. Speaking to the German channel WWE The Week, Balor spoke about potentially facing both men at the biggest party of the summer, saying, "I'm not sure if the possibility of a triple threat at SummerSlam is off the cards right now, so if we could somehow finagle that, that would be fantastic. But if not, obviously the one reason I'm in SmackDown is to become the Universal Champion, so, Roman Reigns is who I want." We previously reported that all plans for SummerSlam could change, as the show may have to take place without live fans, and time will tell which match we get in the show's expected main event. As for Cena, he was advertised for last night's SmackDown, and despite not making the Fox broadcast, Cena did compete in the ring. After the show, Cena teamed with the Mysterios to face the Bloodline, a match the WWE have been using each week after SmackDown and at house shows, and it's a good way to get Cena involved, but also protect him. Cena didn't appear on SmackDown to save Finn Balor, who was being choked out by Roman Reigns, as despite their match at SummerSlam, WWE is focusing on the Balor-Reigns feud for the time being, at least on camera. Now, before every WWE show, WWE will warn fans that videotaping an event is strictly prohibited, and although some security guards will enforce this, many more let it slide. That will no longer be the case, as before last night's SmackDown, Tampa's Amalie Arena sent out a tweet outlining this no photo or video rule, adding that if anyone breaks the rules, they'll be ejected from the building. This tweet, which has since been deleted, also encouraged fans to wear a mask, but the focus of their statement was on the no recording policy. In his own tweet, Dave Meltzer said he understood WWE banning fans from taking videos, but said it was way over the line to block photographs. That didn't stop some fans, as photos from the show are now doing the rounds on social media, but now, fans who do want to capture their own view of the show could risk being kicked out of a WWE TV taping, pay-per-view, or live event. Last night's show also saw Edge and Rollins continue their back-and-forth feud, and as the two men traded strong words, it's apparent that there's no better actor in the business currently than the Rated R superstar. The way Edge expressed that Rollins got under his skin when mentioning his kids was genius, and after months of speculation, their match at SummerSlam was made official. We are pleased to see the match make the card, but the problem is that it's been common knowledge for a while now, and WWE waited far too long before making it official. Even those who don't know WWE's inner workings could figure out that this match was in the works after Money in the Bank, and we can only hope that the performance on August 21st justifies the fact that fans have known about this match for months. Over the past few weeks, NXT superstars have been having main roster tryouts before SmackDown, but last night, a Raw-branded superstar joined the fray as well. Before SmackDown went on the air, Keith Lee appeared to face Austin Theory, and while we're pleased the Limitless One got a win, it doesn't explain why he was there at all. The second match saw Dakota Kai face Aaliyah, the latter of whom was traded to Raw for Mandy Rose, and it was Kai who won the match. Kai has a golden opportunity at TakeOver 36, where she'll face NXT Women's Champion Raquel Gonzalez, and she certainly picked up momentum with her win last night. TakeOver 36 could be Adam Cole's last night in WWE, as his contract expired in July, and he's agreed to work on a very short-term deal that'll expire after the show. Cole's girlfriend and AEW Women's World Champion Britt Baker has said she'll be happy wherever he goes, and whilst WWE has yet to offer him a long-term deal, a report came out this week that AEW had extended an offer. That isn't the case according to Dave Meltzer, who says he was told by Tony Khan that no deal was offered to the former NXT champion at this time. Given that Cole is already under a WWE deal, the idea of Khan offering a contract during negotiations may have been considered contract tampering, something Khan said he wants to avoid. If Cole doesn't re-sign with WWE and NXT, there's a good chance a deal will be extended by AEW then, but for now, Cole's decision will have to be made without an AEW contract already on his table. And we're ending with more Adam Cole news, as re-signing the former NXT champion has proven to be a high priority for WWE. That's according to a report from Fightful Select, who note that Cole was backstage during last night's Smackdown, reportedly for a high-level meeting with the boss. They said, WWE sources have indicated that Cole is scheduled to be backstage at tonight's episode of WWE Smackdown for what is being called a high-level meeting with Vince McMahon. We have not been told that Cole is planned to appear on the show. Cole didn't appear on last night's Smackdown and may not ever if he doesn't sign a new deal with WWE, as the next few weeks will prove to be a very interesting time in the career of the former NXT champion. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.